Alright, welcome. This will be my brief narrated lesson on how to construct your thesis today. You'll need to submit this online for your partner to make critiques. Submit by midnight tonight, critique by midnight tomorrow. My critique will also be included after theirs. And then you'll use that thesis that's been redone to create a body paragraph using Winesburg, Ohio as your source. And hopefully we'll use this week to get over the hump, so to speak, of our writing. Let's get in. So this was the thesis given to you, the generation for the thesis last week. And let's say, for instance, that I want to, I decide I want to write about the American dream. So I have my American dream, and I'm talking about core optimism. I know that welcome. This is going to be a brief narrative lesson for you to complete for this evening's activity. In lieu of class, I want you to spend your time writing tonight. So you need to complete your thesis by 10 p.m. You need to comment on your partner's thesis by 6 p.m. the following evening. And I'll make my comments then after you've commented. This is the first step of a required two-part process in lieu of class tonight. I've always wanted to do this, and this is going to be my kind of experimentation. What I'm shooting for is, by canceling class and doing this instead, it gets us all to have this stage done. It removes that excuse I made while I went to class and sat through lecture or whatever else you did instead of this, and therefore you couldn't do it. You've got no reading. You've got no other things to do. You've already finished Paul's case. You already found your Winesburg article. You are now in a perfect position to only do two things the next week. A thesis statement in 2 days, the body paragraph, and having it reviewed and corrected by next Tuesday. So let's begin. So let's say, for example, that I want to use the American dream as my theme. So I decide I'm going to take my position is going to be, let's say, the good life of cruel optimism, which is what it says you can write about. Of course, this is what I've primed you to do. And then the position here, I have to say what it's. So what? The good life is a delusion based on watching movies and reading. Let's say, take back reading, say seeing commercials and advertisements. Then my rationale, my so what. Let's say, thus the American dream. Let's see. Thus, false images delude. We already said it. False images become antagonistic to the American dream, and that's my claim that I'm going to work through. Now, this isn't perfect, and I've made it up on the spot more or less. I had an idea what it was based on evidence. Right, I have evidence in Winesburg, Ohio, of media creating a false idea of what the good life is supposed to be. And then I'm going to argue that good life is what prevents people from achieving the American dream. I've got all its pieces here. Now my question I want to ask is, when I shape it, when I write it up, so I did the parts because I want to get it out of my head. And now, instead of thinking about the parts, I want to put it together. But if I just cut and paste it together, it's going to sound wrong. So the first thing is I want to consider how I'm going to structure it. So I don't need to say good life optimism. Then instead of saying is a delusion, I'll say deludes. I'll make it active. Deludes the average American through media consumption. And their media becomes a collective noun for both movies and commercials, period. Thus, then I said here false images, not the images are false, the deceptive images prevent Americans from achieving the very And that I'm going to leave alone. I've got a shape to it. I've got an active verb. I'm going to submit that. I'll cut and paste, or actually I'll submit it as in a file. So I'll save it. File, save as Thesis Draft 1. And then I'll upload it into Canvas. And then my partner will use a brief set of directions about how to make comments and make a comment or two about my thesis. They'll do that by 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'll make my comment between 6 and 10 p.m. You'll have a thesis from me with my comments that you can then take and use to create your body paragraph about Winesburg, Ohio. At least one of your texts from Winesburg, Ohio. All right. I hope this should feel, for lack of a better word, easy. Again, my desire is that every one of you, because based on what happened with the first paper, I want all 15 of you who are left, I want all of you to have this done. And so instead of making you come to class and do exercises, we're going to actually do the real writing in a way that you can find sustainable, that's easiest for you. Okay? I hope this works. I'll know relatively soon. I'll know if all of you post. All right? Post your thesis claim on Canvas by 10 o'clock tonight. Thank you, and have a good day.